So I've just plugged in this bad boy. This box right here is FoxTag 1. It is the first prototype FoxTag kiosk. As you can see, it's booting up into Linux right now. This is a stripped down version of Linux Mint with XFCE as the desktop environment. Oh wait, no it isn't. This is none of the above. Sorry, I got mixed up with a different project that I'm working on for my karaoke stuff. This is running Diet Pi on a Raspberry Pi. And the Raspberry Pi in question is here. It's attached to the touchscreen, which is, I think this is a Raspberry Pi Model 4B, and it's still got this Zebra LP 2844 thermal printer that I've nicknamed Foxy. Plugged in. At the moment, it just has white labels on it. But basically, what I've been working on is the software to make this all just sort of work as a fully standalone box that I can plug in and set up anywhere. So the first thing you see, so it boots straight into like a kiosk mode, where you can connect to a Wi-Fi network. It doesn't need Wi-Fi to work. You can make it work offline. All of this, by the way, is a React user interface that I've been building. So I'm going to put my Wi-Fi password in. Actually, I'm not going to show you the whole Wi-Fi password, but it is, I just typed in the Wi-Fi password and now it is connecting to that. And the benefits of being online is that you can do things like upload a photo to the device to add to your sticker. I'll show you how that works in a second. But anyway, once you connected it, it shows you the default sort of kiosk user interface. At the moment, there's only one sticker in this one because this is the prototype and there's only one thermal printer. But the idea is that on this screen, it will show you like a little picture of some different sticker label designs. And we'll have like several thermal printers in one kiosk unit that can print on pre-printed media. But for now, we'll choose the one that we've got. So you have this user interface where you can like start creating. I should probably make a screencast of this UI so that it's not like my phone hovering around. But anyway, you can add various things to the sticker designer. So you can add some text. When you add text, you can choose any Google font, which I think is kind of cool. It gives you all sorts of display fonts and handwriting fonts and stuff you can work with. These are being loaded from the backend server. They're pre-downloaded as part of the image that's running in Docker on this device. Also, I should say there's a bunch of technical things I've set up on this device, in this Diet Pi installation, to make it easy to manage from anywhere. So as soon as it's connected to any internet connection, there is a Cloudflare tunnel into the device. And I've also got, what's it called? I've just forgotten the name of it. Is it Tailscale? I think it's Tailscale. Set up on it so that I can remotely SSH into it regardless of what connection it's on. And also the Cloudflare tunnel is used for the uploading photos UI, which I'll show you in a moment. But basically, this is a UI that allows you to add stuff. So I don't know, I'm going to say test. I don't know. That's probably the most boring thing I could think of to type, but I'm going to choose this font, make it bold, and then click add. Oh, interesting. Well, last time I looked at this screen, this UI didn't have, interesting. I don't know why. Okay, well, I need to fix that. I guess it displaying the handwriting category over here is pushing the UI down a little bit, but it's fine. You know, there's some minor UI bug, obviously, I need to work on. But this is a HTML canvas using, I've forgotten what it's called now. Using a JavaScript library that's very popular for making it easy to add things, click and drag and stuff. You can rotate elements on this and design your sticker to have kind of whatever you want on it, etc. But I'll just move this up there. We've got like an emoji picker where you can choose kind of any emoji that looks good in black and white, which is not very many, to be honest. I need to make it a little bit clearer what it'll look like in the final print and stuff. But you can add emojis, which is nice. I'll put the test up there. Then you can generate QR codes. Now the QR code generator has had quite a bit of work put into it to make it kind of really functional. So you can add different kinds of QR codes. You can make like a social media one. Now in the future, we'll have pre-printed sticker label. Oh, that's not my username. We'll have pre-printed sticker labels that kind of make this QR code look like it's part of a colored Instagram design or something. But at the very least, you can like customize the QR code to be one of these nicely little stylized ones that folks see from QR Code Monkey and stuff. And obviously this doesn't go to anything other than your actual URL. So this will create a QR code that goes to Instagram/BevRayDB. So I'll create that and add that down here. Actually, I don't want that to be rotated like that. I'm going to make that a nice little square like that. I'll just show you some of the other features in the QR thing. So you can make it obviously go to a custom URL, but it's a little bit annoying to type a custom URL. So yeah, there's ways that I want to improve that in the future using the web user interface. You can also make a V card that's like a smart contact card that when you scan it, it goes to add you as a contact with your like name and phone number and stuff. So that's the QR code features. And then finally, we've got the ability to add an image. Now this I'm really proud of. So you can enter a URL to an image, but realistically, I don't think anyone's going to type a full URL to an image unless it's the only option. But you can also upload an image from your phone. And what it does for that is it shows you this UI where you can scan this QR code, which opens sort of a minimal mobile-friendly web UI where you can upload any photo from your phone or another device. And then it gets downloaded to this device, regardless of what internet connection this is on. So that's using the Cloudflare tunnel and the DNS setup I've got for that. And then this downloads and adds it to the canvas. So I'm just going to pause this recording, and then I'll show you what happens when I scan this on my phone, and you'll see what happens on the device. Okay, so I realized it was actually easier to just bring a second phone in to show you this. But yeah, so if I scan this QR code, it goes to kiosk1.foxtag.us, where you see this little UI where you can upload your image. I'm going to tap on this, choose a file, and I'm going to choose this little cat graphic from this phone. And then if I click upload to Kiosk, then the Kiosk downloads that image, and there it is. And now from now on we can do whatever we want with this. Actually, this has just made me realize I could probably do with adding a crop feature to the image generation, but anyway, I'll put the cat. Actually, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Let's see. Because I'm going to need to have like a depth thing, so I can basically Z index, I guess. I wonder what happens if, also you can press and hold on things to edit them and clone them and things. So if I edit this, I wonder if it'll place it. No, it doesn't. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Let's do a print preview. Oh, damn it. Okay, that's annoying. Well, oh no. Okay, so there's obviously things I need to improve about this UI. I'm going to do this one more time, and this time I'm going to put the image on first. And see if then the text goes on top of it. Hopefully it does. If not, I will just change the layout so that one doesn't overlap the other. Let's see if we can add the text. I'm going to say FoxTag this time. Oh, I need to make the keyboard better because this is always at caps lock when it should just be like a shift key. So many things to do. But anyway, let's see. This, yay, that's better. Okay, so there is actually a Z index. You can put things on top of each other. I just need to add a way to control that in the UI, I guess. And I also need to add an image crop. But anyway, let's, in fact, you know what? I'm going to make this go to foxtag.us, which I know is annoying to type, especially with this weird keyboard I have ended up designing, which is not a standard keyboard layout. I should probably make that a better keyboard. But anyway, we have QR code. We're going to make it extra round with round corners this time. With, I think the squares look neater on that one. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm going to put the icon in the middle. Or maybe I'll do a lightning bolt this time. There we go. All right. We have our label design. Now, the print threshold is important because, you know, it's a thermal printer and not everything comes out nicely. It's just black and white. So this basically decides what contrast or what black point gets printed as black, because the thermal printer only prints black. I've got an idea for how to make this better so that you can control this print threshold per thing when you're adding it to the preview canvas, so that we don't even need this kind of thermal preview screen, but you know, it is what it is. And then anyway, basically you click print, and it prints your label. And there we go. We've got my little FoxTag sticker, instantly designed. And then if we scan that QR code, let's just check it actually does what it should. Yep. And that goes to foxtag.us, which now actually has like some details on it. It actually has like an old POC that I built before turning this into a standalone device, which actually does currently send sticker prints to this printer. So that's interesting. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. This was just a demonstration of what I've built. I'm quite excited about it, as you can probably tell. It's mostly just like this React UI and Node backend running in Docker containers on a Raspberry Pi. But, you know, it's got a cardboard box with a slot, a very primitive slot, admittedly, but, you know, it works. And you can plug this box in anywhere, and it's a standalone sticker printing device. So I consider this a first prototype that is a reasonable prototype. You know, obviously there's many things I can do to make it better. I'd love to build a proper chassis for it. I'd love to use some slightly more powerful hardware with a bigger touchscreen to make it easier to use. And obviously I need to build a bunch of things into the UI to make it easier to use and more reliable. But it does some stuff. It's kind of cool as it is, you know. You can print a little custom sticker with whatever you want and it looks good. So that's all. Thanks.